Well, welcome everybody to the Dumb Dumb Idiot podcast.
Shout out to the dumb idiots out there.
Once we get this thing figured out, we'll start having guests on that can hopefully come on and teach us something. I'm your host, Ryan Berger.
I'm your other host, Matthew Nepper.
Super producer.
Hey, we are the dumb idiots.
What up, what up? I know the world's been begging for this. They're like, in our time of need, who could we turn to? A couple of white guys in Ohio in their 30s.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's what the people, they value random 30-ish year old white dudes' opinions.
They crave it. They crave it.
That's what the people want. That's what the internet desperately needs in this time.
I mean, they do kind of want it. Like the Caitlin Clark stuff's going crazy now.
I mean, just think about it. White people. They could play basketball. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Not since Larry Bird have we seen this kind of phenomenon.
Right, exactly. Like
now we got Lady Bird. She's killing it. And people are excited.
And that's what caught me off guard. Like, I feel like a boomer because I got buddies. Like, I got a friend with a dude who's like 26, 25, and he's talking about the WNBA, and I'm like, loser.
Right. And I'm like, and I love it. Haven't watched a game, but I looked up her stats for the first 2 games, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can't do it yet. I can't do it, but it's been that way since I started watching sports. I remember I would watch college football and NFL and high school football, and I'd be like, "Well, don't worry, I'm not watching basketball yet." Then I'd watch college basketball, and like, "Well, it's Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Oklahoma." It's all the teams I'm familiar with.
Eased you in.
And then I started watching I watched NBA. Sorry, not WNBA. NBA. And I was like, well, it's Cleveland.
Right.
I mean, at least I'm not watching baseball. And then I started watching baseball.
Yeah, I got suckered into that late in life too.
I started watching hockey. And I think I'm fucking fully sucked in. Like, fully sucked in. Except for I'm not watching WNBA yet. That's the one thing I am holding on to. I just don't do it.
If they would put a team in Cleveland, I might look up the scores sometimes. I do that for like the Columbus Crew. I don't care about soccer, but
I do
like once in a while I'm like, oh, did they make the playoffs or something?
Yeah.
Or whatever they do. All get in a circle and like play with flags or something. I don't know what they do, but
I don't know. I do that with the Columbus Crew as well. Like, see if they win. But that's rarely. That's only when I like, oh yeah, I remember in the championship game. I guess the MLS Super Bowl, and I might peek at the final score.
Right. I'll forget what time it's on because it's on at like 5:00 on ESPN 8. But
no, I remember during the championship game, it was the MLS Super Bowl, whatever, their championship game, crowning the champion, and I was watching Army Navy instead. And if you know anything about the Army Navy game, that is probably the most boring college football game of all time.
It's the worst.
It's like college football 100 years ago.
Right.
And then soccer is like college football 200 years ago.
Right.
Because that shit sucks.
That Army Navy game, they have to give everyone in there the biggest freedom boner they possibly can. Just to like get through the game. Like, oh my God, another triple option. Who saw that coming? Not this team.
Yeah, basically I feel like the evolution of football goes.
Yeah.
Soccer, rugby, Army Navy, and then maybe you get some
flag football at the rec.
Yes. and then
because those kids go hard sometimes. I've seen it. The parents go even harder.
The parents go yelling at the ref. Sure. Yes.
That poor ref. They have to sneak out.
Poor 16-year-old kids volunteering his weekend, and they're like, "Fuck you, motherfucker!
It's fucking holding you, dipshit!
Open your fucking eyes, you piece of shit!" Like, Jesus. But somehow WNBA, that's what everybody's watching nowadays. The funniest thing about WNBA though is when Caitlin Clark got drafted, the first person to greet her wasn't her parents, wasn't the commissioner, wasn't the team owner. It was fucking Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
And not the OG white Jake from State Farm. It's this newer Jake from State Farm.
Yeah. The old Jake from State Farm, he was just nose to the grindstone, working the phones at late at night,
3 a.m. wearing khakis.
Wearing khakis.
Like that's his drive. He didn't have time to be fucking dapping up the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft.
Right. Those were peak call hours at State Farm. Everybody knows that. And he's just out showing off.
Exactly. And when the hell did these insurance mascots become part of the cultural mainstream phenomenon?
Yeah,
you got Flo from Progressive, Jake from State Farm,
the Gecko Geico.
You got they're all just embedded in our culture. The guy Mayhem guy? That was my favorite. What was it? Like he was like the wild dude who'd be like, what the fuck was Mayhem? Was he like
I don't know?
Allstate?
There's also and then there's the General.
The General, yes. Yeah. I've always associated the General with like I had a buddy who had the General. I was like, oof, that's cheap.
Dude,
I don't know anything about them. But I tell commercial.
Tell me why I've never purchased the insurance. I have no idea, but I just assumed it was for the poor.
Like they had the worst CGI imaginable as their mascot.
Which you would think, being a poor myself, I would look into it, but I'm like, no, I'm too good for the General.
Right.
He's out with his fake. In his fake tank, get a real tank and impress me.
Somehow they could afford.
Then I believe maybe you'll send me a check if I need something.
I think I just connected something. The General ride the tank, and he's got Shaq on. And wasn't Shaq the tank, or am I thinking of someone else? Have they ever called Shaq the tank?
No, I don't. No. Shaq Diesel. And you put gas in a tank.
Yeah, so Diesel in the tank. That's.
You solved it.
Yeah.
The Shaq is the General.
Exactly. That's what it is.
He sells cheap shoes and cheap insurance.
But no,
he cares about the community.
I fuck with Progressive, so it's Flo.
Who wouldn't want Flo?
I guess I don't understand. I bought my insurance based on, I'm familiar with these commercials.
I think I just continued whatever insurance I was on my parents. Probably it was like, you're 26, you got to get your own now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right, or I don't know. I don't know much of anything.
No,
because I'm a dumb idiot.
We're dumb idiots. If you take advice from us,
don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, not at all.
Although there are good white basketball players, but they're all from other countries.
Yeah, that's true.
Jokic is killing it.
Yeah.
Luka's unbelievable.
Yeah.
The best American white basketball player would have to be Tyler Hero, I think.
Used to be Kevin Love.
Yeah, and then his back went out on him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyler Hero rose his ankle every year.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow Miami Heat just collects these white dudes that are like Infinity Stones. Like
Pat Riley's the last scout of like white talent. Exactly. He's like, okay, hold on, I found a guy over here that can shoot.
I want players who remind me of me. And he's just like, when I was in the NBA,
this is what we look
for. What qualities did I have?
Short shorts, a great jump shot, and
exactly,
and work ethic. Yeah,
exactly. That's another thing. Short shorts are coming back in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
you gotta have WNBA. It's like they fucking ingrained a W in my brain now. So if I say NBA, I say WNBA. But for our conversation, the W stands for white.
Right. Correct. Yeah, the white NBA.
Yes. The Luka
Jokic, Hero. That's a pretty good starting three. I think.
I think so.
I'm sure there's more, but that's okay.
Speaking
Caitlin Clark,
yes. Mm-hmm.
And Larry Bird can still play. Let the man play. I say,
let him play. Yeah, he's kind of been I don't know,
goat tier of white basketball.
Goat tier of white guys, but today you got Pacers against the Celtics.
Oh yes, how's he feeling?
Celtics, his former team, the team he was Hall of Fame player for, and then the team he used to coach, and I think he owned the Pacers or GM.
It might have been GM, I think. And I mean, he's from Indiana. I think he was actually born in a cornfield.
Yeah.
Don't look that up. I don't know if that's a fact or anything. But I also heard he got mad when white players would guard him. Also, don't know if that's true, but I've seen it enough on the internet now to where I believe it's true.
You know, he played in that era where I feel like everybody had a good nickname, like Pistol Pete, Larry Legend, Dr. J.
You're right. The NBA nicknames now
Magic
are so
Johnson.
lazy. It's just like their initials. Like,
you know, Magic Johnson, for a dude who's been HIV positive for 33 years and he still hasn't contracted AIDS. What a fitting nickname. Because Magic Johnson
indeed has a Magic Johnson. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
We just connected.
How did he know?
How did he know?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
That is. Yeah.
Greatest passer in NBA history.
Yes. He's just selfless too, you know. He was just always
passing all around, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
passing money and donations and things.
Right,
he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Philanthropist.
You ever see him on Twitter?
No.
Oh, dude, he tweets like
an old guy,
like a real old guy, and you would tweet shit like 3 months later. Like,
I'm just now finding out about.
Oh, dude, he's got this. He's tweeted to Steph Curry the other day, and it was like congratulating him, and he was like, by the way, I enjoy spending time with your mom. Like, and it really sounded like a sexual.
Yeah.
And if there's a tier list of former NBA players, I would not want have been sleeping with my mom. Magic Johnson's number one.
Right. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
I don't care how magical that Johnson is.
Right. There's no ranking system where you could put anybody above Magic Johnson on. No, please don't
have sex with my mom, please. Please.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh.
So what else is going on right now, man?
Oh man, what was that dude? Was it Morgan Spurlock? I saw that dude died.
For real.
And if you remember Morgan Spurlock, if that name's familiar with you.
The only thing I recognize it from is that Super Size Me.
Yeah.
That like they would show us in health class, and I know it was supposed to make me not want McDonald's. I never want McDonald's, but I got done watching it and I went and got a Big Mac. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that was kind of his claim to fame. He's also did like some other series, like for CNN, like Morgan Spurlock. He has some show where he's basically doing that Super Size Me gimmick, but for other things. Like, did you know if you smoke 20 cigarettes a day, you might get cancer? Like, what? Oh, Morgan, chill, dude. But yeah, speaking of cancer, dude died of cancer.
Oh,
yeah.
So maybe that wasn't the best episode that he.
I don't know if he did episode on that, but
he proved his point. I suppose
the point is proved. I don't know if it's from smoking. I don't know what it's from. Also,
yeah, there's a million cancers.
Yeah, Morgan Spurlock. Apparently, he was a piece of shit. If you ever look him up, so that Super Size Me documentary has been heavily criticized lately because apparently this dude drinks a shit ton, and he's supposed to log every meal and what he drinks and whatever. And this dude was like hammering beers left and right. Just like, that's not a good clip.
That's a great clip. Yeah, wolfing the beer down.
Yes, he is.
And the McDonald's.
Yes. And so he was doing that. He was like drinking heavily, you know, and he wasn't logging all his meals. He gained like 20, 30 pounds. I don't remember exactly what it was. But that was like this whole thing was like how unhealthy this is for you. You wouldn't log it. But beyond that, apparently he was also a big piece of shit who canceled himself back in 2017. So in the heart of the Me Too movement, he apparently ratted on himself like, I am not an innocent bystander. I am part of the problem. He described what sounds like the R word that he did in college. Like, I sexually battered a woman in college.
Oh, damn.
I cheated on every woman I've been with. I've got multiple sexual harassment claims on me. And he's thinking, this is going to look good on me because, hey, I'm acknowledging I have a problem. I'm part of a 12-step system for piece of shits, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, step one is admit you have the problem.
Admit I'm a piece of shit.
Admit
Hey, I
I'm
am a
shit.
piece of shit.
Well-
but I did eat McDonald's for 30 days straight.
Yeah, that's
He was. So wait, he was McRaping people.
McRaping people. Yes.
Are you serious?
That's what it sounds like.
Oh yikes!
Yeah. So
and then he like told people like,
he
hey,
told on himself. He
me
wrote a
too.
blog.
Don't forget about me, guys.
Yeah, and he thought that it was gonna look good on him, and apparently, excuse me, and apparently this basically ended his career. So,
well, I'll admit, I thought it was over after the Super Size Me thing. I don't think I even saw anything on him.
Yeah,
but
he's a piece of shit. Apparently.
Well, rest in peace. I mean, you know, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should look up the info.
Yeah,
but
do your own research.
Right, do your own research. You know,
which somehow I love that too. Like, I do my own research, which doing your own research is just reading what other people have researched.
I just Google like what happened.
Like, so when did we say that? When did we confuse reading for research? Like, I read something, I did research. Those are two different things.
Yeah.
Not to go down that rabbit hole, but
yeah. Like people should do their research on the Harrison Butker commencement speech. He was saying what needed to be said, right?
Mm-hmm. He was saying, he preached the goat word, you know.
Which I do love the guts to go to a college and say, you're wasting your time. You need to get back in the kitchen. Well,
here's the catch, though. He went to a Catholic school.
Right.
These women are like, honestly.
Oh, you think he got some action after that?
Probably. The nuns were probably like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he gets it.
he
understands us.
I mean, those nuns don't even work.
I mean, that's what, I think most people think that would be a cool idea, but we don't all get paid millions of dollars to kick a football.
Right. Yeah. That's the best part about it.
Some people kind of need two incomes.
He was going very, okay, there's this sector of media, Joe Rogan's kind of in it, where it's you gotta work hard and you gotta like hard working man equals peaceful times equals soft man. He's going on that whole fucking cycle. Yeah. Dude kicks a football. He probably works 20 minutes a fucking year telling people that the men need to work and the women don't, and that's the best part. Right. Like, everybody's hung up on the women part, but he's going on this whole, we need hard work in this country. Right. Bro, you kick a fucking ball. Go to Europe, you piece of shit. You fucking wimp.
You're the stay-at-home mom of the team.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't go to all the practices.
You probably don't even get invited to the team meetings. You just sit in your little corner, kicking a fucking football into a net. Oh, what the? That's what I don't understand either. How does the way they practice on the sidelines, they just kick it into a net? What does that do? Yeah, like you can kick a ball. Right. I can kick a ball in the fucking net. Right. Does it make a 59-yard field goal?
I won't make the field goal, but how is that good practice?
I've always wondered that. Like, is that just them staying loose? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it's like,
maybe that's it. Just stay limber.
Damn it! I hate solving my own problems, answering my own questions.
I know. See, that's why when we have a guest, like that, maybe when we have these great confusing questions, they can help direct us in the right direction, because we're not going to learn anything right now, but at least we're here. We're having a good time.
That's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good time too, and if you guys are here learning from a couple of dumb idiots, that's
it's a good lesson. Wow.
And a good lesson, and we need better teachers, because we cannot be learning from these guys.
I am a product of the American public school system.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. Exactly. And we didn't have these strong ideological leaders like Harrison Butker going to our commencement speeches. No. You know? So how are we supposed to know?
Right. I don't remember anybody that came and talked to me.
Yeah, like we spent 4 years, or how long you spent in your schools.
I did the most famous crackhead of Fremont, Wayne Lee, did maybe run up to me and ask me for some money. But that was really probably the only guidance I think I ever got.
Yeah, he was
as a child.
He used to hang around the middle school, right? I think I used to see him around there when I was a kid.
You could always get loose change and candies from middle schoolers, so that it was a kind of a smart move.
Yeah, that was a smart move. It's always so sketchy.
It does now, but you know, for the time, you guys have to understand, it was normal for crackheads to interact with middle schoolers.
It was also normal for 18, 19-year-olds to interact with middle schoolers. That was just the thing. And like those girls that they were interacting with always thought they were like so cool. Like, oh man, I got like an 18, 19-year-old guy. He's all interested in me. You know what we call those guys? Drakes.
Drake.
That's what we call those guys.
Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Oh, man.
Them up.
I can't remember a time where I've unanimously seen everybody be like, yes, this person won the rap battle.
Yeah.
I know this is also something that people run to white 30-year-old men really want to know their opinion on hip-hop beefs.
The hip-hop beefs. The rap beefs. Yes.
They beg to know it. But.
Well, I think it's very 2020s for someone to win an argument by saying, you're a pedophile. That's very on brand for the day and age we live in.
It's hard. It's a hard one to argue.
It's a hard. What do? You like write a song? No, we don't rape kids.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with kids.
Hey, I'm not a pedophile. Hey, I'm not a pedophile is the once you got to say, hey, I'm not a pedophile, you've lost whatever argument you're in.
And then you ignore it. Then you're like, well, see, this guy's not even fighting back.
Yeah. What do you
get him in a bind?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem. And then social media eats that shit up, and now that's who you are now.
Yeah.
Like, and if you listen to Drake, now you're a pedophile.
Right.
It's everybody's a pedophile in the 2020s. That's one thing I've learned.
You see it on TikTok all the time.
You see it on TikTok. Yeah. You know what else you see on TikTok? I hate it. When you're watching a TikTok video and someone's fucking face comes out of nowhere in the side, and they're just showing their opinion, like, oh, they're shaking their head, like, oh yeah,
yeah,
oh, they're doing this,
contributing absolutely nothing to the clip. They're just like, check out this clip. I agree with what they're saying,
and they end up getting like what
millions
of views,
more views than whatever the original content.
That's all they're doing.
Look at this.
That's all they're doing, and so help me God, any of you fuckers decide to do that to one of our videos,
don't do it.
We'll come get you. We can send a cease and desist.
You can sit right here and think about what you did.
You can think about what you did. Don't do it. I swear, if I see anybody doing that shit, I'm so pissed. Like,
yeah, we'll have to call them right here to the. I want to call this, with you being Nepper, I want to call this the Neptune studio, if that's okay.
That's cool. That's like my slogan.
And then I was thinking, like, first person that walks in, I'll be like, I know it's the Neptune studio, but I can't stop staring at Uranus. You know, classic.
Like that's a classic. That's a good one.
Everyone loves a Uranus joke.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
all the time.
That shit bops back in 5th grade. That shit bops now.
Right. Some shit's always good.
And it's always good. Unless you're Drake and you're singing about a 17-year-old.
Right, yeah. It is weird. Now that they're like dissecting the lyrics, like he said he fucked a girl he used to babysit. Like that's some kind of flex in a lyric.
Oh, dude, he compared a high school.
Who was letting Drake babysit people?
What's that high school that like LeBron's son went to? Like Sierra Canyon or some shit. He said Sierra Canyon parking lot popping like in a strip club parking lot.
Yeah, strange. I mean, I know he grew up in Degrassi, but it's like you're not in high school anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's a hard thing to come back from. Like you starred in a soap opera as a child.
I'm kind of surprised Kendrick didn't bother bringing up your wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah,
like,
you got shot.
I think the pedophile thing ended up being the kill shot. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
but before that, I might have peppered in just a little bit of wheelchair Jimmy.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, the wheelchair. I mean, the joke's for itself. You know, it just does.
Like, roll you away, wheelchair Jimmy.
Woo! Yeah, exactly.
Wop, 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 wop.
Yeah,
into traffic you go. Although, I think maybe, like, the actual disabled people might be upset with that. Maybe
we're definitely not.
See, that's why
today.
Kendrick's smarter than I am.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it.
We're
Kendrick, if you ever want to be on the pod, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Love to have you.
Yeah, that's. I feel there. Yeah, Kendrick could be our first guest.
Right. Yeah, I think we'll write him.
2 white dudes in Ohio, in bumfuck Egypt, Ohio. Yes,
he's like,
I know you don't do podcasts often, but right here we got a spot for you.
Pull up. Let's talk about Drake. And then you know what?
And I'm just gonna nod my head, smile, and
could even.
Yeah, I know your catalog.
Drake could hang out over here. Maybe we could end the beef. You know, we could be the peacemakers.
Kind of like what that roast of Tom Brady did. They had Belichick and Robert Kraft, and they were on stage together. They did that awkward shot.
Oh, that's yeah.
No,
have them hug it out. Right here with Fluffy.
Mm-hmm. Very good dog name, by the way. You know,
best.
If you're ever thinking what to name your dog, I got a very good one, Fluffy.
Yeah, that's a good
name. You don't get worse than that.
Yeah, because then you don't
get better than that.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say.
You could at least yell out.
My intrusive thoughts were coming in. I was accidentally telling the truth.
Right.
Intrusive.
When she gets out and you got to yell out, Fluffy. There's no tough way to say Fluffy.
No, there's none. Not
Fluffy.
Hey, Fluffers.
Hey, come on, Fluffy. Get your over here.
Fluffy. Come on. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was the other day. I was cut up with Fluffy, watching some old movies on Hulu. I was watching that Adam Sandler one. What was it? Big Daddy.
Ooh,
that was a classic. I used to love Big Daddy when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, the goddamn Jets.
Yeah, the goddamn Jets. I wipe my own ass. Man, own ass. But what's the deal? I'm watching this. That movie came out in like 1999. I guess the standard of living was much different in 1999 than now. What the fuck is going on in Adam Sandler's apartment in that movie? First of all, it's like a fucking jungle gym that's like 10 stories high. Like there's random decks on decks and it's huge. And then you go up to the roof, you got the most perfect fucking view of the New York skyline.
Yeah, he did. He got an amazing apartment for someone that doesn't work.
Doesn't work. That's the big plot is he's a piece of shit, has no respect, can't take care of himself.
He gets all the hot
ladies. Responsibilities. He gets all the hot ladies and he lives in like the nicest fucking apartment in New York City. Like Billionaire Row. He lives there. Now, maybe he has a roommate, though. Jon Stewart's his roommate. Does Jon Stewart do all the heavy lifting? Jon Stewart's
gone for the whole
He's gone for the whole movie.
Yeah, maybe like Jon's paying
all of everything. Like, he's just a billionaire or a millionaire. And it's just like...
Well, yeah, I guess so.
And he can't take care of Julian? You know what I mean? Like that's the problem. Like...
But wasn't it the kid from, like, a Canadian stripper?
Is that what that was?
I think so.
I'm not gonna lie. I only watched half of it.
Doesn't hold up quite the same, or you just got tired?
I just got tired.
Okay,
that's the problem. When you're in your 30s, you sit down to watch a movie.
Yeah, especially if you've already seen it.
You might fall asleep halfway through that movie.
Yeah, I've fallen asleep to Scarface and Pulp Fiction more times than I can count.
Fucking love Pulp Fiction.
Greatest movies ever.
So I've never seen Scarface.
Ooh,
yeah,
that is against the white guy code right there.
Yeah, I've never seen Scarface. I've never seen Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I tried to watch Game of Thrones, but as soon as people were banging family members, I was like, if I want to watch that, I'll just go on Pornhub.
Yeah,
like, why the fuck would I do that?
So, is there a correlation between
when Game of Thrones started and the step porn began?
Is there a correlation with that?
We got to look it up.
Because when I was
what year it started.
When I was illegally watching Pornhub when I was not of age yet.
Yes.
They did not have step porn back then.
Right. No, there was normal categories.
Normal.
And now they try to sneak them into every video. It's just like,
and they want you to know. Step bro. Oh, step bro.
Yeah. Like you have to throw it in there.
Yeah.
Now I got to listen to all my porn on mute.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I can't handle
I
can't handle the knowing their family dynamic while they're fucking each other. That's not necessary for me.
You know, I mean, porn on mute isn't the worst thing. I feel like we've all been in the bathroom. Porn on mute.
Have to.
You have to do it.
I mean, and like, just so people know that may not know, I have 3 kids. I'm married. Like, the only way I'm getting to watch porn is on mute.
On
anyway.
mute, exactly.
It's got to be like hidden very well.
First of all, I don't think I ever watched porn on max volume. Like,
yeah, you're a serial killer.
You are a serial killer if you're watching porn loud. If you got it on surround sound, you are a fucking psychopath.
That's when they go to the zoo for the day.
It's got to be on you.
Okay.
Even then, I'm like,
yeah, it's
too much. Just too much.
Too much. Yeah,
too much.
It could be off-putting. Like, oh no, she doesn't sound like she's actually having a good time.
Yeah, that sounds. And then like hear the guy. And then
and his voice doesn't match yours, so you can't picture it.
Yeah, exactly.
And his penis most certainly
somehow I could get past the dude having a 12-inch dong. You know, I'm like in my brain, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, that could be mine.
That could be mine,
even though it's black.
But it's still, but it's a voice.
I could have got frostbite.
Oh yeah, you like that, baby? You like that bitch?
Yeah, I can't do that.
And then it's like he's like degrading her. Why you calling her a whore?
Right.
He's like slobbing your knob right now.
Right.
Like corn on the cob.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
You know what I mean?
Nice lady.
She's a nice lady. She's like, first of all, if a woman had my dick in her mouth, I am not calling her names.
No.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of collateral damage there.
Right, yeah. That is the worst opportunity to find out she doesn't like being called a whore.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know. That's how you know it's fiction.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it'd be like, I said,
after they clean up and leave the room, then you go, yeah, you like that, didn't you, bitch? And then she's like, what was that? And they're like, nothing.
Yeah, women definitely did not write porn, for sure. It's always like these dumb hypotheticals like that, like only a man could come up with. Like a woman is not sitting down screenwriting the plot lines of porn, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure they would be. I'm sure they'd make more sense if that was happening.
Because somehow it was the girlfriend's idea to bring the stepsister and stepmom into the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And then...
You gotta be a sick fuck from Alabama to even write that shit.
It gets all convoluted.
And is step just step?
Right, yeah.
Is it like a weird...
Why is so much emphasis on step?
Yeah. Like, is it for legal reasons? They can't say what they want to say?
Maybe.
Yeah, like... Step, wink. Is that all it is? Is like, why is that a thing? Why?
Yeah, I don't know who that category is for, but I wish they would stop saturating the market.
It's probably for the same type of people who bang picnic tables in Bellevue, Ohio.
Another local legend, you know.
Local legend, yes.
Wayne Lee of Fremont, most famous crackhead. Do you know the guy's
No,
name?
He's just picnic table.
Yeah, he's the guy in Bellevue that banged a picnic table. He's the most famous Bellevuean that ever existed that I'm aware of.
Okay. This is very on brand for Bellevue. But I was looking up famous people from Bellevue before. And there is this
was he on the list?
It's a female.
Whoa.
She's not on. She's from World War II. It was like Axis Sally or something.
Oh, of course.
She was a fucking Bellevuean who went on the German side, and she was a spy. She was like apparently the first woman ever.
The biggest traitor in
history. Overcharged with like treason or something like that. Like that's what Bellevue has.
That's nice though.
I went to the park in Bellevue the other day. You know what I saw? Swastikas.
Oh, so on brand.
On brand.
One of her great.
Yeah, they're probably like honoring that seat. Like, this is part of our Bellevue heritage right here.
Yeah.
We had a part in that World War II.
Fremont had an uneventful president live there at one time, Rutherford B. Hayes.
Yeah.
He wasn't born there.
Yeah, y'all don't have no Axis Sally.
No, definitely not. Got Hall of Famer Charles Woodson, but
Bellevue apparently has the first person to ever throw a football in a college football game.
Swear.
He didn't complete it.
Of course, but he tried.
And apparently back then, if you threw a football and it hit the ground, that's a turnover. So he probably just walking.
Oh wow, that guy was.
Yeah, he didn't win the Heisman.
this is the worst
Yeah.
football player we've ever seen.
Yeah, I think he did that like 1899, and then throw another pass to like 1919.
Right, they're like, you're gonna learn your lesson, dude. You're on the bench for 20
all
years.
College football learned its lesson. They're like, we ain't doing this shit. Like,
yeah, and we're definitely not gonna do it in the Army-Navy game in 2024.
Yeah, for sure, exactly.
No more forward passes. It's holding the game back.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the game needs more is more triple options.
Absolutely, we need people ramming into each other.
Hell yeah, that's male dominance, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Guy on guy, just ramming into each other. Here we are talking about Pornhub again.
No, I'm talking about real life.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, real.
Like I used to have 2 male dogs, and they would fight, and the winner would always get to hump the loser, and that's just nature, baby.
Right, that's how
men just fighting, and then once you lose, you gotta submit. The stronger always gets to mount the loser.
Right, that's the way it works.
That's what I want to see in football. You know what I mean? Like your touchdown separation, you just get to bend over a fucker and just go to town.
What would Harrison Butker, after he kicks a game-winning field goal, what would he get to mount?
Is that why he goes by Harrison? Harry Butker?
He's got a hairy butt.
Butker. Harry Butker.
Oh, hairy butt.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yes, I don't think
so he's getting mounted. Then.
No, he's not getting mounted. You don't want that web. You don't want that web of.
Oh yeah,
it's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Like if you go to pull a dude's trousers down, you see just a fucking bush coming out of his anus.
Well, I'm leaving that one.
That one alone. Like there's dingleberries in there. You don't want that.
That's actually a great point.
Is that what you do? So if you ever go to prison, don't wipe your ass.
I was just thinking, I don't commit crimes.
Yeah.
But if I do, I'm gonna keep that in mind and just
don't wipe your ass.
Yeah, keep it all natural.
Well, just don't shave that. Don't wipe it even.
Don't do that either. Yeah.
Even though it probably
keep it as unappealing as possible.
You probably get like a bad rash eventually.
Right, but there's doctors there in the jail.
How come dogs don't have to wipe? I always wonder that. As that dog is staring me dead in the eyes, taking a shit, staring into my soul, I always wonder, why doesn't he have to fucking wipe? Why am I letting this dog back in my house with an unwiped ass?
That's a great point.
It doesn't have butt cheeks.
So they should just look.
Or is it so chafed up that like nothing's
gonna stick to that.
Sticking anymore? Like what do humans do before did we just use stick and leaves, or we just not use anything?
I don't know, but I know you're killing it now with the bidet game.
Yeah, dude, I have a lot of bidet pride. So a lot of dudes will probably be ashamed to admit that they get penetrated in the ass
by water.
By water, yeah. Key emphasis, but not me.
right. I gotta be specific here.
I have bidet pride. Every time it fills me up.
You're gonna march in June.
Yeah, my June. I can march whenever I want.
Right. Every day is bidet month.
Every day is bidet day, dude.
Bidet day.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm gonna take a shit here at some point just to experience that. Like, okay, that is better than toilet paper. It makes sense.
Let out a little every time. It's unexpected, but it's
like, whoa, pressure setting was a little high on that.
A little high on that one. The man likes it.
Makes the voice go up just a little bit.
I feel so fresh and clean afterwards. You know, like it makes you wonder, why did I even have toilet paper in my life? Like why? Yeah. Like, I'm out. I need it, but why did I let myself just wipe
just
paper?
Deal with that.
I just smudged paper in my ass.
Right.
That's gross.
Yeah. I mean,
wait, you don't bidet?
I'm too poor.
Fluffy, look at this guy. This guy's disgusting. Fucking peasant.
Yeah, I know.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, once the kids are grown and moved out the house, I think maybe I'll have some bidet money.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, we got attachments $50.
Oh shoot. Okay. Well,
I don't know why I'm shaming you on our podcast. I don't know why. Yeah. Here. Man's so high and mighty with his bidet.
I know. You already sit on a golden throne and clean asshole.
I do. It is super clean too.
I could do the poor bidet, and if it's a real bad one, hop in the shower. But
yeah,
that's about it. But That's what public restrooms need bidets. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's a good story. Problem is, I don't remember who it is. I want to say Mel Gibson, but I don't want Mel Gibson to sue us. We don't have money.
No. So yeah, don't worry. We don't have
someone
any money.
who probably isn't Mel Gibson could be,
and we're dumb idiots.
Yes, someone who might be Mel Gibson but isn't. Maybe let's call him Gel Mipson. He apparently this guy shits in the shower and he smashes it in the drain with his foot. And he smashes it in.
Man,
that's a.
You thought like him being anti-Semitic?
Well, hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Yeah, no, he's not. And he doesn't probably shit in the shower.
He might not. We don't. I'm not saying he does. I'm saying I heard a guy who similar to him because my memory is not the greatest.
Right.
And, maybe Gel Mipson.
His name was Gel Mipson.
It was Gel Mipson.
Lives in Bellevue or Fremont.
Yeah, of some city, of some state.
It sounds more like a Green Springs move, maybe.
Yeah, I also like how Bellevue. The most famous Bellevue is in Washington. The most famous Fremont is in California.
Yeah.
We don't even live.
We can't even. We're not even the first Google search result.
No, we're not even like fifth. Yeah, like it's bad. But you said something about anti-Semitism. Talk about something on the rise. Like I can finally listen to my Kanye albums again without people judging me.
Right? Yeah. People seem totally.
It's a bipartisan thing. Because I saw a Trump video, and he had the Reich. Like REICK, something Reich together.
Oh wow!
Was in the bottom of his video, some phrase. Now they ended up pulling that video, but some
interns getting chewed out.
I don't know if some interns just doing the ultimate troll job, or if they thought this was a great branding idea. But you don't bring up the Reich. I mean, I don't care what kind of if that word means something different than what I think it means. We're going to associate it with Nazis.
Yeah.
Like anything German, actually, I'm going to associate with Nazis. Autobahn, Nazi.
Right.
Frank Wright, Nazi.
former coach. Or is he still a coach? I can't even remember.
Did he get fired from both
jobs?
He
probably got fired again.
If anybody deserves to get fired 2 years in a row.
It's someone with the name Reich.
And then, liberals, they're all, like, they are booing Jerry Seinfeld at a commencement speech. Now, Jerry Seinfeld sucks.
Right.
Sucks.
Right. You can boo him if you want.
You can boo him if you want. But, like,
leave the guy. Like, he just wants to talk about his Pop-Tart movie.
So I was watching yeah, exactly. Pop-Tart. I was watching the video where it had these people, like, storming off. And they cut off at the end. But right before it cut off, I heard Jerry go, "What's the deal with people walking off?
Why do people do this?"
And it was like, that's very Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, how on brand. What's the deal with Pop-Tarts? I made a movie on Netflix.
He's a billionaire. And he might, of all the comedians, he's got to be like top 5 least funny comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, him, Ellen DeGeneres. Joe Rogan's not funny. Like, I don't think Joe Rogan's that funny. He might not be top 5 least funny. I'm going to say Carlos Mencia is top 5 least funny, though.
It's pretty safe to put Carlos Mencia.
Brendan Schwab, I don't know if you know who he is, but yeah.
Yeah, because he was a UFC fighter.
Yeah, he was. And he had like a 20-minute special. A 20-minute comedy special. 20 minutes on HBO. 20. Like, these specials like an hour and a half. You only had 20 minutes of material lined up for a comedy special. That's pretty bad. All right, so who's also rounding out my least funny comedians? I don't know. There's a lot of them, though. I'm going to say...
I think a lot of people want to put Dane Cook, but we enjoyed him in middle school.
Cook he was fun. Funny.
He was fun at the time.
The peak Dane Cook days. Yeah, those were good. I don't know. If y'all can think of some other unfunny comedians, write them in the comments, because...
Couple unfunny comedians right here.
We do not self-title comedians.
Yeah. It was just dumb idiots.
Oh, yeah. I also got a good story. So... I set up these mics earlier, right?
Yes.
And I was like looking at the instructions. Read what step 1 says.
I fucking hate instructions. I always have my wife read it. Oh, okay. So Tabak out from box.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I really cared about. I read.
When they misprint the first step.
The first step was
you got quality product.
Spell check in the first fucking step. TAC or TABKE. TABKE.
Tabukaki.
I looked at this and I was like, well, this is fucking worthless. Like, this is worthless.
These instructions.
This is what I get for going on Amazon and thinking, what's the cheapest fucking mic I can get?
Yeah.
I'm a piece of shit for that.
Right.
You know?
You're gonna get what you pay for.
I spent more money on alcohol today than I did on the fucking mic that's crucial to our podcast. Well, they work, I think.
Yeah. And I mean that's what we're on this journey for. We're gonna learn things.
We'll learn things.
Yeah. Not today. Not today. Today I'm not learning anything.
No, we're done. It takes a lot.
I almost tried to learn how to set up this mic, but they spelled it wrong, and I couldn't figure it out.
I did figure it out on my own. I think.
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully this is recording.
46 minutes of nothing.
Yeah. Just silence.
Exactly.
I think we covered everything.
I think that's the show, guys. I think that's it.
So, yeah, hopefully, if you're listening to this, thank you. Congratulations. Sorry. Whatever combination of that you would like.
If you're not listening to this,
you should be.
You should be.
Yeah, come on.
We're talking to nobody right now.
Right. Come on. I'm speaking into the void over here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. What are you doing? Why aren't you watching, huh?
Oh, and I got to sneak in a Creed, like, and you take me higher. I don't know. I want to hear what it sounds like. I enjoy it.
It's not enjoyable.
No.
Oh. It's a problem.
Well, we could have a stepdad listening, you know? He might be excited.
Hell yeah. The Creed is one of those bands.
Creed's great. And so is Limp Bizkit. And I don't care. I don't care.
They're like I know that shitty taste in music. And I don't care.
I know I like.
I'm in my 30s music now, and I'm not even ashamed of it.
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't like good music anymore.
All right, everybody at the show. Love you guys.
See ya.